All right, walking the bridge again. This is my favorite. It's becoming one of my favorite bridges here in La Jolla, California. I guess this is more of a commercial. I'm going to kind of talk about HR of all things. In fact, I think HR is actually an obsolete term. Business evolves, and there's some phrases we just don't use anymore. Like we don't use dial-up. We don't talk about. We don't use terms like blockbuster video. Why? Because we have Netflix. Business evolves. Everything that grows and is healthy evolves. And one of the areas of a business that is the last to evolve is the one that's the most important. It's the one I want to talk to you about. In fact, I want to give you kind of a funny story about where I applied for a job recently. And here I'm a 10-year mortgage veteran. I've built a company. In fact, I built 2 companies. My last one was 10 years, and here I am. Just kind of really just looking at the markets and studying things. I'm just a natural student of business. So I'm looking at Craigslist and think I want to go into teaching and maybe do some business consulting. And what the fuck is a business consultant? I mean, it's like saying you're a surgeon. Like, well, do you work on feet? Are you a thoracic surgeon? Are you maybe you're a car surgeon? There's all these terms. So let's talk about HR. Let's talk about some business consulting that I want to offer your company. Okay, let's talk about money. Then I'll tell you kind of a funny story. Money is, first question is, what is the cost of a bad hire? Okay, so like for example, let's say that you run a group of surgical centers and you're looking for a main nurse to hire all the nurses. Okay, what's the cost of fucking that decision up? You're a new surgical center, that's probably $5 to $10 million. This person's going to help. I mean, you're talking about $1 million decision on who you hire as the lead nurse or charge nurse or perhaps recovery nurse. What's the cost of a bad hire? Okay, so that's the first question. Second thing is you need to ask the question, how much are you paying your current HR person? Like whatever her salary is, his salary. Let's say you're paying them $100,000. I'm going to do some HR consulting, and I'm going to charge 10%. So whatever you pay your current people, 10%. And what that is, I'm not replacing them. I'm not coming in and supplanting your HR people. What I'm coming in is I'm going to come in with some business consulting and bring all my years of experience to the table and say, guys, this is how we need to hire. They're like, well, why would we do that? Why would we pay you 10% of what we're paying somebody already? Okay, so as a business owner, these are the things that I would look at in your company. One is, are you growing? Is your company growing? And these are just yes, no, like just simple. Again, I'm a 10-year mortgage veteran. I've grown a company, and sometimes business can become so powerful when it becomes real simple. Is your company growing? Growing. Do people like to come to work? Do you like to come to work? Can you as a CEO, the owner of the company, take a 2-week vacation, void of all work emails and Twitter? Can you do that? Yes or no? And if the answer is yes, then you don't need me. If the answer is no, and you're like, no, we're not growing. We used to grow, but we're not growing anymore. Then that's where you bring other people in. And that's where I want to come in and pay me 10% of whatever you pay your current HR person. And then the next question is, why focus on HR? Well, again, I think HR is an obsolete term. I think a better term for it is hiring and firing, because who you hire is it's the backbone of your family, of your company. In fact, a lot of times in a business, people spend more time at work with coworkers than they do their own family. So, family business. Okay, so there's my fee. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to kind of come in and do some business consulting specifically around your HR. Because, and this is something that I've noticed is probably is the most egregious things that's happening in the HR world, and is nobody's doing hiring right. They're not really thinking about the business that they're staffing for. The current model in the HR world, as I observe it, is, there's the recruiter model, and he or she doesn't give a fuck about your business. That person just wants to staff the gig and move on to the next gig. But for you, it's not just a gig. For you, it's your company, And you need someone to come in and actually go, okay, let's look at the culture of this company. Let's look at what's really driving this company. And if these are things that you don't even think about, then again, I'm not your person. I want to be very specific about the type of company or the client that I want to consult for. Number one is I want you to have an HR person. If you don't have an HR person, then that's not a fit. I mean, that's more of like just a kind of a small mom and pop. But if you have an HR person, then that would be a company that I would want to consult with. Secondly, let me think of the second one that would be probably the most important. The second one is probably culture. Looking at the culture of your organization. And anybody who watches this channel knows that I'm a big proponent of the Enneagram. And the Enneagram simply is just it's about people. And understanding your company's culture, understanding your goals, understanding your personal goals as a CEO, and then hiring from that place versus just collecting resumes and or putting an ad on Craigslist or Monster or Zipline or ZipRecruiter or whoever they are. Let me tell you kind of a final story, and this is one reason why I'm so passionate about HR. Of all things that I could consult on, HR. Why do I want to come in and take your money and even a retainer to come help you do that? Well, here's the thing: is all the business experiences that I have, all the business knowledge I have, I gain from experience. And when I look at my 10-year career, the one place that I consistently go back to that I fucked up on the most, it was in HR. I did not hire the right people. I didn't hire people that truly understood what a fintech was, or even knew what a fintech was, or even, again, the people I hired, that was the backbone of my company, and I didn't get that. What I thought drove the company was me. And let me add to the list of people who I want to consult with. If you think your business is all about you, and that you're the driver of that business, and you work with other people, then I'm not your guy. Because one of the biggest mistakes that I made is I thought I drove it. But the people I hired were more responsible for the success and ultimate failure than me, the CEO. So look at the people, whether you hire me or not. Here's the Fibonojji test. Look at the people that you work with. Look at them. Would they use your company? Would they use your company for themselves? I ran a mortgage company. The people that I worked with, that I hired, would never have used my own company because they never were even able to get a mortgage. And I know that sounds condescending and perhaps judgmental, but when you think about it, a mortgage company should at least hire people who've been through the mortgage process. Think about that. Look at your company. Look at the people. Because the people are going to drive your company. They're going to drive it up or they're going to drive it down. And you know what? Everything I've said, your HR person should have already told you. And if they haven't said these things, then you need to bring me in. Here's my fee. 10% of whatever they hire, whatever you've hired them to do. And the other thing is a retainer of $1,821. I'll tell you later why. $1,821 a month. Because, and I'm going to go biblical for a second. There's a scripture that I found that said, it says God hates discord in a family. He hates discord in a family. And you're like, okay, now I'm totally not hiring him because he's talking about Jesus in the Bible. Well, look at your company as a family and go, where is their discord? Where is their consistent discord? And that's what I want to come in, and that's the first question I'm going to ask is, where's the discord? Where is it? And I'll find it if you don't know. Or we may even debate. But if we debate, that's fine. I believe in a healthy debate. You say, where's the discord? And you're going to say, the discord is where it's over here. We're going to go there. We're going to try to figure out why that, and then we're going to move where that discord, we're going to move it into peace with people, with HR. I'm going to replace the term HR for something. I got to figure it out because it's an obsolete term. It's based in 1985. Kind of, you know how like Century 21 real estate, you know, ever see those signs from 1985? A lot of things came out in 1985, but now it's 2016, and HR is going night-night. There's hiring and firing, and then there is benefits and accounting. Those are two different animals, I'll take care of your hiring and firing. 10%, 1821. Email me, americano417@gmail.com. One more time, americano417@gmail.com.